It's Nightcap at the Grateful Fed with Casey Easton.
We are rolling and we are back to Nightcap with Casey Easton. Now, without further ado, I'd like to bring up my next motherfucker. He's an actor, he's a singer, he is a dancer, he's a writer, and a general all-around nerd. He's my friend, Mr. Brandon Shalansky. Brandon! Hello, friend.
Hi.
Hi.
You can do your bit about the audience being gone.
Oh, yeah, right. So this is what happens when I bring you on my show, I guess.
Wah, wah. Oh, the camera pan.
And yeah.
This is such a professional thing.
Yeah, Ryan got those printed from
Nice.
Kinko's or someplace
I
like
love the
that.
pen. Like, it's so...
Do you?
No.
See, my handwriting's so shitty that nobody can cheat.
How am I going to cheat? What am I going to do?
My first interview was Rob Mason Brown. And
That
he
went
was
great,
just going,
right?
just reading. No, it was fine.
This
It
is
was
just my skills from being in university. It's
Yeah.
It's my
This is how you.
This is how I passed.
So you were in my first show, Annie.
Was that your first show?
Yeah, your first
man.
theater friend.
I was. That was your first theater friend.
Yeah. On closing night, when we went for the bows, I was like this, and Brandon smacked me in the nuts, and I went like that.
You're
And that was my
missing. You're
bow.
missing the whole point. Is that Casey was being like the biggest douche the whole night. He's just like being an idiot up there, and I was
Yeah.
so mad.
I was saying other people's lines and fucking them up, and
I just like smashed him in the testicles really bad.
yeah. And when I saw you backstage, you were like half flinchy, half, and I was like, I know, hugs. This is all hugs. That was funny.
You established dominance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, justice. I think it was justice more than dominance.
Okay.
How many shows have you done, Brandon Shalansky? Because I have been a marathon runner, and I've done like 15 shows under my belt.
Overall,
Yeah.
too many. I don't count anymore.
Last time I counted with you, you were at like 26.
I was 25, but that was just like at the one place.
Just
like,
at
it was
the actor studio.
I mean, I'm not counting stuff in the UK, Freddie, like a lot.
Yeah.
Probably over 50 now.
Wow.
Quite a lot.
Wow.
But that's like doing tons of different things. Like,
Yeah.
I've done too many jobs in the theater.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So it was how many shows, and then it was the next one's how many shows with me?
Oh, we can do that math. Okay, Annie,
Annie? Yeah.
Shrek.
Shrek, sure, yeah.
What's in between?
We were the
There's
dragon. We were the
We
dragon.
were the dragon.
Les Miserables.
Les Mis.
Yeah, I was Montparnasse, and you were, of course, Thénardier.
Was there anything between Annie and Les Mis? Is that when you came back?
No, Annie and Les Mis was when I came back. Then we
Catch
did
Me If You
Shrek.
Can.
Catch Me If You Can. Oliver, of course.
Oh, of course, Oliver.
Yep.
That was the best one. No, I wasn't an Addams Family. Oliver was the best.
That was good.
I got to hold you by the neck.
I know, Bill Sykes and
Oh,
Fagin.
that was like the best. The best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably some other shit too.
Probably some other shit.
You should
It's like everything. Like I feel like he's always been there.
We've probably been in 8 shows together. Oh, right, and Mac over there, Mac McKay, Mr. Mac McKay, and the motherfucking hi in the hizzer. Mac taught me how to sing. Mac taught me how to sing to the best of my abilities.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. I thought Roz did that.
No, Roz just said, you're singing it wrong.
The first time I ever met Roz, who I don't know if anyone's watching who knows Roz, but Roz comes, she's looking at me, she's like, "You're not very good, are you?" That's my impression. For that question later. I can do Roz.
That's good.
No, it's more of my impression of your impression of Roz.
I hear that too. Her first thing she ever said to me is, this whole Bing Crosby thing you think you got going on was over long before it began. Bitch, we's gonna be friends, old lady.
Well, yeah, as soon as she said it to me, I was like, "Can you make me better?" And she's like, "Yes." And then we did classes forever. Mm-hmm. And she taught me how to be the so-called singer that I am.
Would you like to sing us a little something?
Nope.
All right.
I'm the best guest of all
Let's see.
time.
What was your favorite role that you've ever done, Brandon Shalansky? Award winner, Brandon Shalansky.
Yeah. I'll say. I beat Chris Frost for an award.
It's true.
Wow.
He won his supporting actor, and then I came up the next time and beat it. Took it out under him.
Wow. Did he have to hand it over to you all tearful, like the Miss America contest?
Yeah. Or at least in my dreams he did.
Yeah. No, how you remember it and how you tell the story.
He ripped it out of my clutches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question?
I don't know. Well, what was your favorite role? What's your favorite role?
Favorite role? Gosh.
Can we?
Patsy in Spamalot. That's probably going to be it forever.
Your triplet 8 capabilities with your little coconuts there?
I have them at
That's
home
hard.
somewhere.
I can do that with fingers, like, but I can't.
If we're talking about the shows we were in together, we should talk about the shows we were almost in together, like the auditions, like the amount of times I sat with you in an audition, like teaching you the music
Christ.
last minute because you didn't prepare.
I was drinking. Yeah, La Cage aux Folles. That was the one.
Twice.
No.
Auditioned 1 year, then they moved to the next year. You auditioned again in both auditions.
No, I didn't audition the first time.
You did, because I was teaching you the music the first
See,
time.
that's how fucked up I was. I don't even know. And then you wound up doing the role that I was going for anyway, which I would have lost to you anyway, so what the hell's the difference?
Which I got from Chris Froze.
Yes! Full circle.
Wow.
He dropped out.
Oh,
I like to ride his coattails.
you would have been a great George.
I always follow him.
You would have been Chris. I was looking forward to it, but yeah, just
Yeah.
schedule. Costco.
Yeah, Costco. Oh, I forgot to ask the Costco question.
That's a Costco question.
What days Chris works? Because the whole time that we were doing One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Chris was like, "Oh yeah, no, I can't rehearse on Sundays because I work every Sunday. I work on Sundays." And then I remember going in and talking to Colleen Kerr, and I'm like, "Hey, it's Sunday. Is Chris Rose working?" She's like, "He doesn't fucking work on Sundays." And I'm like, "That sneaky son of a bitch."
My schedule changes sometimes, but at the time I was working on Sundays, and I am currently working on Sundays.
Yeah, I think it was during the rehearsal process that I was there. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm probably wrong.
Me, I work on Sundays.
I know. I hear ya. And you were great. You still you still showed up more than pretty much everybody else. What's your worst on-stage experience?
Worse. Ooh, gosh. I mean, the cross. Jesus Christ Superstar.
that was the worst.
That's another show we did together.
Yeah.
So the cross is going up, raising into the air.
The cross I built, and it went up like a fucking
Do you
bullet.
remember? Now, we never talked about this to anyone else.
We
but-
changed the design so the strength
Yeah.
wasn't in the point. It was. Then we decided to take it from the top, and I didn't go back to the drawing board.
But since we're on camera-
we were
drinking.
But since we're on
Almost
camera
tore
now,
Mac's head
let's
off.
tell this story that I kept under wraps for you, which was like a week before the cross breaking, going like,
wasn't. It
"Hey,
was days.
Casey,
It was days.
Casey,
It was even
the cross
worse.
looks like it's kind of breaking."
I know.
Casey's like, "Nah, it's fine."
No, I said it's the door skins. They're cracking. It's not a big deal. But the problem is that all the Corys and everybody else are like, "It looks like it's going to break," and it was like, I've heard it 10 times. I don't care. I should have shut the fuck up and said where and exactly how.
I thought about being like, "No, you gotta come," but I was like, "You know what? That's on him. That's on him." I think the worst, like for me to experience, would have been in Brigadoon,
Yeah.
like that. I had to play a corpse, like I was dead for a while.
I hated that
and
show.
I was lying.
Hated it
because it was bad.
Do you know what I really hated? The Highland dancing, the sword dance.
All 30
There was 25 minutes of it.
Yeah.
What was my impression of Randy? Was for that thing?
Yeah. No, but like during that dance sequence,
Yeah.
which it was good. Like it wasn't bad.
No,
but
it wasn't
too
that good.
long.
It
just
was
too
not
long.
that good.
I know, I was dead. I couldn't watch
She
it.
wasn't that good. It
But
wasn't
like
that good.
lying there, I had to be dead. And there's one night, like a fly just like lands in my ear, and I'm supposed to be dead. And I'm saying, I'm like, no, like that was probably the worst.
I had an ant in my ear today.
Yeah, you told that story.
Do you know what? I thought maybe your worst on-stage experience would have been in La Cage aux Folles. And I wasn't going to bring this up except for the fact that you brought up the Jesus Christ Superstar thing.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but thanks.
Do you have a little...
Yeah. Okay. So we're doing La Cage, and then in Act 2, I never left the stage. I was on the whole time.
Act number 2.
And as soon as I'm standing there in my spot, and just as the lights are starting to come up, I have to shit like so bad, and it's like painful, and then like the next hour and a half, I'm just like Mac. Remember, like I went over to Mac and like squeezed his hand, and like I gotta shit so bad, and Mac just looks at me like, and he's like poking me. And I'm like literally, and I was crying by the end. It was so painful, so painful.
Number 39 Steps, when Jordan had the flu and he had a barf bucket on the side of the stage.
I broke my ankle in 39 Steps.
I know.
I had to reblock the whole show.
I would have liked to have seen you poop in a bucket.
I had to throw up in a bucket during Miracle on 34th Street. I got food poisoning.
Oh, nasty.
I had to get fake fired, and so I couldn't do the rest of the show. So they cut my part on the spot. Troy Berg went, "You're fired," and I went off and I puked all over.
That's really cool of him, actually. I'm impressed by that.
I just gave him a look, and I was like, "I'm out, bye."
Yeah.
Wow, this is going great.
So, you've done most of your shows at I think it's going well.
No, it's going great. I said it was going great.
You told your poo story. Now the entire
poo story.
world of the interwebs are just going to know.
Hi, Mom.
Your mom's not going to watch this.
No. I don't know if she knows it exists.
So
Probably
you,
like, where's Brandon?
so mostly KS shows, but where are you now?
Now I do lots with Fred Skeleton, and I do lots of freelance.
Yeah.
I mostly do writing stuff now, so I work with whatever theater company's going to put on my play. So I've been stuff in the UK.
Yep.
Now I do stuff with Freddie. I'm the playwright in residence there.
Yep.
Hoping to be in Austin, Texas next year with a play. Early talks to make that happen. Yeah.
Do you need somebody that's a little more articulate than you and less of an asshole? I could represent you.
That less of an asshole.
I don't know, less, more articulate? Both of them are
Who are you
fucked.
kidding here?
So tell me, Brandon Shalansky.
Yeah.
Have you ever won an award?
I have won one award.
Yeah.
It was the best supporting actor in The Pillow Man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael Armstrong, wherever you are. That's it.
That was at the provincials?
Yeah.
As opposed to regional?
At the provincials, yeah. So Chris won like the city wide, and then I won like the province one.
Oh, you won the big award.
I won the big one.
I gotcha.
I can't have them all.
As much as you try.
You know what? You can have them all, Chris, for us.
Oh, stop.
I believe you can.
Can I get you to get that one from Brandon?
Tell me about Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah,
Scotland!
I moved to
So
Scotland.
you're a writer. Just touching on the writer aspect of it. Yep.
I went to Scotland. I did my master's in playwriting.
Yes.
Which is the most lucrative job you can ever have in the world.
Of course it is. Bachelor of Fine Arts should get you about similar.
Actually, it's a Master of Science in playwriting.
Oh.
Because the way they used to do it was like all your degrees were either a Bachelor of Arts, a Master of Science, a Doctor of Philosophy.
Right.
That's how they all work. So a lot of the older UK schools will still make it an MSc.
Oh, wow.
Which was great because then like that's the story I'm going to tell for the rest of my life.
Yeah. No. So on your resume, I would just take out the script writing part and apply for a job at NASA. Where you going, Chris Frost?
I have to go pick up one of my kids.
Well, you can go to the front door.
Is that a colloquialism for having a poop? That is dropping the kids off.
No, I think we offended him now.
Fuck them. So tell me about Scotland.
Yeah, okay, so I moved to Scotland and I did my master's there, and it's the fucking best place in the world. I miss Edinburgh. Thank you.
No, you're-
I miss Edinburgh a lot. Cheers.
Yeah.
I got to walk past a castle every day.
Yeah, I saw the pictures on the Facebooks.
Like and it never got old.
Yeah.
Like I'd be walking, like taking the bus, and I'd get off the bus just to go look at the castle.
Yeah.
Because they like light it up at night
It's a castle.
in the middle of the fucking city.
Yeah.
They got a big castle on this huge hill and the city around it, and then this long road that goes down to a palace.
Yeah.
And it's like the story is like it's like the most unsiegeable castle or something.
Okay.
So one guy was trying to attack this castle to try and bye Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Sorry, everybody.
No, it's understandable. Children are
Night,
fun.
internet.
Thanks for coming, Chris.
Bye.
Love you.
So like they couldn't take this castle.
Yeah.
So like months of siege, and then one guy's like, well fuck you, I'm gonna go build a palace, and then built a palace at the bottom of the street.
Like while they were.
And then and ruled from there, and the castle kind of just became useless. After
Wow.
that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Something like that. That could be.
Yeah, no, it's.
Someone probably told me that on a street corner.
Nobody from Scotland's going to watch this and say,
Man.
that son of a bitch is wrong, isn't he?
Well, not in that accent.
I don't even know what that
I'll
was.
do it right.
I don't even know what that was.
No, good drinking in Scotland.
Yeah,
Guinness, like £2 a pint.
yeah. Wow,
Fuck yeah.
wow. You're right, I would love
At,
Scotland.
at like the university places.
Right.
The library bar.
Or happy hour.
Library bar.
Library bar.
I know, right?
Do you want to hear a good
Higher learning.
Want to hear a good Edinburgh story? I went to this party. This is like at the beginning of when I went to the UK. So I don't know anyone really, and I go to this party. Maybe had met one person at like orientation day.
Yeah.
And I'm getting trashed, and I just go to this guy and I'm like, "You live near me. I'm gonna get in the cab with you." And according to him, oh no, this is a different story.
Oh,
I switched stories midway through.
doesn't matter. Nobody's listening anyway.
Tell it.
Tell them the way you.
Oh, that's too long. I'm gonna do the other one
Okay,
Okay.
and cut here.
don't cut. Just keep it.
I went to a party. Can you zoom in on that? This is acting with Casey.
Just drawing.
What does it say?
I was just illustrating
a
while
dick.
you told the story.
When you were doing the musical Mayhem,
Yeah.
Casey's on stage performing in a concert, and he like is just drawing in his page, and they're performing the show, and he just turns the page at me, and it's just a big dick on it. I'm like, Casey, you are in a show.
I fucking ruled that show.
You ruled that
was
show.
the best.
Heather's. Where was it? Where were we at?
Pints. Library.
Oh, I
Story,
went to a
too
party.
long-winded.
I went
Next
to a
one.
party in
Yeah.
Edinburgh,
Okay.
and I woke up the next morning in Glasgow. Just a different city.
Yes, it is.
On the other coast of the country.
Wow.
I woke up and I was like looking out at the water and I was like, whoa, are we in Leith, which is like the water district in Edinburgh? And my friend's like, no, we're in Glasgow. And I'm like, oh,
Wait in
okay.
Glasgow.
So I had to like take a train back and it was fun.
That's crazy. Good story.
Cool. It's so great when there's no one here.
I know, and really, it gives you a lot of energy to
It's
feed
just
off.
you and me.
It's just you and me and Richard.
It's no different than like going to your house and just like, hey, you know what? There's a story I told you.
It's pretty much the exact same thing, except the chairs are less comfortable.
They are.
So, here's one. So, Adrift.
Yeah.
That is one that was recently performed.
Yeah, I wrote it. It happened.
Yeah.
Performed.
I thought it was great. I really liked it.
Thank you. I think it was great too. It's a good show.
It's really good. The puppeteering was really interesting and well done.
Yeah. I mean, the puppeteering was masterful. That was all Shannon and Rob and their
Collaborative, of
I
course.
just write like the fish jumps over the engine, and then it's their job to figure out how that happens.
Yeah. I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
The fire and everything. And then you've got one coming up this next season called Lost Boys.
Lost Boys, which is about 3 boys trapped in a cave. They're kind of waiting for a 4th boy who's just gone to get help. Mm-hmm. But the 4th boy is one that they've been bullying.
Yeah. So he's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, so they hit this...
Or they think he might
They hit
be.
this realization of like, holy shit, what if he doesn't come back?
Yeah.
And so it's like re-examining their life. Are you drinking like everything right now? You got so many drinks up here.
This is empty. That was mine too, but you can have it. So you have a play called Adrift, and you have another one called Lost Boys. Mm-hmm. Adrift was a major motion picture in the theaters this last summer, and Lost Boys is a vampire movie from the 80s. I'm just wondering, do you need any help coming up with original names? for your boys?
No, because see, they already exist out there.
Yeah.
Like, why would I write my own shit?
Well put.
No one in Kelowna is gonna know that I'm stealing the shit.
No. So tell me about your podcast, friend. You got a D&D podcast?
Yes, I have actors. We play Dungeons and Dragons. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
This is why I should have prepared. I should have thought of things.
Okay, so how do you do a podcast? How's a podcast work? What is that? That's on the interwebs, right?
we have a recording studio in Rod and Shannon's basement.
Yep.
We meet there. We play the game.
Yep.
And then I take that audio and I'm like, let's turn this into something usable. So I
Spend 30 hours editing it.
It takes a long time.
It does, yeah.
It takes a long. I wasn't prepared for.
Kudos
how
to
long it
Richard
takes.
to Richard for editing.
I mean, I was thinking, like, I was looking up, like, Googling, like, how long does it take to edit a podcast?
Yeah.
And I was getting stuff that was based on, like, just a talking podcast.
Yeah.
I was thinking about D&D where you got so many people talking, and I'm trying to put music in, get dice rolls.
Post-production.
You're trying.
as
I'm
well
trying
as
to, I'm
editing
trying to
and
take this
post-production.
kind of raw audio and turn it into, like, almost like a movie you're listening to.
Right, yeah.
So it's a lot. It takes me about 3 days to edit an episode,
Yeah.
and that's full 8-hour days of editing. I
Yeah.
pulled all-nighters, like
To get it out on time.
Yeah, like the Saturday night before the episode.
Because
comes
there's
out.
one thing that I know, if you're trying to do something and release it, is consistency. You have to hit
You
that
have
timeline.
to.
Yeah.
When we had to have one, we did have to delay because like the computer's just like, it's all gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, starting over.
Yeah, that sucks.
But Audacity is free.
Not sure what he means by that, but
It's like it's like the audio editing program.
Oh.
Like I don't pay for like the fancy
Right.
Final Cut or whatever.
Yeah. Audacity.
Yeah.
I'll write that shit down.
Write your notes down.
Wait, what? So, tell me your favorite story of you and I.
Favorite story of me and Casey.
Yep.
Broad.
Shit.
I know. It's not even written down here. I was actually just
You're writing notes for your future podcast.
I was just drawing more on the cock and balls there. What is it?
That's a good story.
I don't know. There are quite a few.
There's so
though.
many. What's appropriate though? We talked about the cross.
Talked about you smacking me in the nuts for the
Yeah.
final bow.
Yeah.
Well
There was one that involves Mac and Sabrina, and as there was before shows on Annie, we do the dirty word contest.
Yeah. And then Mike Nordland got in on it. And it was just like-
Well, this is not a favorite story with you, but this
God,
is
I'm creepy as fuck.
This is another before show moment, but it's Act 2 again. Lights are about to come up, and my character is like asleep.
It's the radio.
And the radio thing, and Mike just whispers in my ear, "Fat pussy lips." Just as the lights are coming up, and all I can do is this, turn away from the audience, just
Shake.
killing myself.
Try not to
laughing.
shake.
But since then, when we've been in shows together, every show he'll find a way of slipping me a note that says that.
Yeah.
In Les Mis, he put a little note that was in my champagne glass at the wedding. And then in Mary Poppins, he wasn't even in it, but he was just crew.
Yeah.
And so I had to go to the fireplace and like pick up the scraps of the letter that gets torn, right? And there's one of the things says "fat pussy lips" on it. Because he slipped it under because he could go through the fireplace. It was like a door, right?
I love it. Tradition.
That's fiddler. What? That's a different.
Tradition. I'm talking about traditions.
Oh, okay. That's a different music.
And then I tied it all together with
We're nailing this.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Doing this great.
Thanks. What is it that you love about this fair city of ours, Brandon Shalansky?
Oh, I love all of these people that I know.
All the people in the bar that have come out to see you?
I mean, I can't accurately say. I mean, on this side of the bar, I don't know the people who knows it, but I love all of these people. So.
No. What is it that you hate?
The
What
rest.
would you change? the rest.
No,
of
I
the
don't like
people.
I don't like how it is. It's getting better now, but very conservative. Like there's a lot of people here. I'm just like, how do you think this way?
It's a lot of old white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of old white people.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
What did you want to be when you grew up, Brandon Shalansky?
I wanted to be a paint facer,
Face painter?
but I called it a paint facer.
Oh, I see. That's so cute.
I know.
That's
That's the only one that's worth telling. Like
yeah.
a whole bunch of other things that were not true because I'm just going to be a writer.
Yeah. You knew you were going to be a writer.
Do you have the day job question on there too, or do you know that I'm unemployed, like a bum?
No, I wasn't going to ask that.
Okay.
What do you do for a day job?
I don't.
Attaboy.
I write.
Well, I know, and writers are notorious for making shit tons of cash.
Although I am doing a lot of freelance. Like it's going well.
Yeah, you're actually
I am working right now.
Yeah,
Well,
that's great.
dramaturgy is kind of the big thing I'm doing now. That's
What's that?
That's like almost like kind of consulting for a show. Like I'm not doing any writing for it, but I come in with the mindset of like what it takes to write the show and doing the research and coming in and helping the production. Like I'm not any specific role, but I'm there to tie these roles together by
Right.
doing all the research. Like if we're gonna do a show set in like the East Village in like the 70s, I'll do all the research on that time period. We just did Hedwig, and that did require some writing because
It's almost like an authenticity.
the script was set in like the bar it was performed in
Right.
in New York in the 90s.
So did
I'm
you
like-
wrid all the stuff about the school?
Yeah, so I took it all and put it into
And the stuff about Rob
Kelowna.
Mason
Yeah.
Brown, the bear, and all that stuff? Yeah. that's
Yes,
great.
well, some of it was Thomas too. I mean, that was his
Yeah.
organic. But you know, I was there to give him that framework of putting it in Kelowna now.
Great. Do you do any impressions?
Nope.
Fucking liar.
I do Roz. You're not very good, are you? No, I don't really. I like in the moment, but I can't think of anything
Yeah,
off the top of my
yeah,
head. Do you?
Yes. All of them.
You do. But do you do any good ones?
No. And you see, that's actually what I do with characters. It's like, I need to come up with something. Just do, whatever. Anybody.
But you're good at that. You're good at making the flops your hits.
Yeah.
Like that's your thing.
Yeah, this is kind of my thing. Like the show.
Yeah.
Do you have any hidden talents you want to share with us? Can you flip your eyelids?
No.
Can you flare your nostrils?
I can like break my finger.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an easy. Really, it makes it look worse when you pull it up.
Of course it
but it's
does.
really just I don't know.
Just hyperextends.
I used to freak
It
kids
does
out in like when I used to teach swimming lessons.
Well, especially when it cracked, because then it sounds.
Yeah, that was just see that's
fluke?
because you can crack your knuckles, right?
Yeah.
But you make sure it's ready to crack when you do it, and then
Yeah.
you crack it and put it up.
Oh, that shit is scary, dude. That's amazing.
I have no idea where I learned how to do that.
It's kind of always.
Dude, I do miss
always this thing.
I miss teaching kids swimming though. That was the best.
Was it?
It's just like I love teaching. Teaching's fun.
Well, are you teaching a class for Fred Scully?
I am teaching a playwriting class. Sign up now. Starts December 3rd. Learn how to
Is
playwright.
probably actually the only qualified playwright in the Okanagan, really.
Probably.
Probably not to hack anybody else. It's just I've performed a couple of scripts by people that have written locally.
I mean, playwright just means you write plays. I
Yeah.
have gone and studied, so I'm more qualified to teach.
Sorry, playwright, good playwright.
Sure.
Is that reasonable? Mr. Brandon Shalansky, award winner, Brandon Shalansky, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm waving to the balcony.
Look at them. Look at them. She's flashing her boobs at you.
Oh yeah. Why are the cameras like right beside each
I
other?
don't know, but that wraps up another episode of Nightcap with Case Easton, the Hangover edition. Thanks for coming out. Thanks everybody for coming out. All four of you. 6, but they're employees, that doesn't count.
Nightcap at the Grateful Fed with Casey Easton. Reserve your seats now.